knocking constantly.
When she goes on tour soon, the whole family's going. Chances are next time Alanis is rocking out, her little boy won't be far away.
Other than, in the middle of the show, if he needs me, of course, if it's an emergency, I'm available.
In the middle of the show, these thousands of people have paid $40 plus, $60 plus, $70 plus dollars. Right. You're just going to go, hold on, everybody. Hold on.
Let me bring my kid out. Yeah, I'll keep singing.
I got to go breastfeed. And now, mind you, you give a kid a bottle, it's 6 to 8 minutes. Breastfeeding takes like 20 to 25 minutes because it's not flooding out.
Right.
It streams out.
Right.
So it's not imagine pausing a concert. Imagine that. And like 60% of those assholes that go to a show will be like, it's beautiful, go!
Oh, that's so
go!
Good.
And then the other fucking 40% are like, I'm never going to this show again. Right. Fuck you. I want a refund. Yeah, well, I'm out of here.
Can you imagine she tried that at a Juggalo show?
They would follow her to the back and they'd fuck that kid up first, and then they'd pull all of her fucking hair out.
Call me off stage, but other than that, I'm available.
The family's philosophy: to have as much skin-on-skin contact with Ever as possible. And then there's what this world-renowned musician calls the musical beds.
The bed is consistent in that Ever is always with one of us. I'm always available if he needs me, period. I love snuggling and sleeping next to him.
So I've got to ask you how that works for your marriage.
Yes, the sex life question. When do you get it on? When don't we get it on? No, I mean, to be totally transparent.
No, we just wait. The kid's right there.
Yeah, it's actually great. I read this one time. When you show your kid your dad's dick hard and me sucking it, it makes him a really good person. Like she's literally getting ready to say something just ridiculous, and,
right.
and this interviewer is just like, really? I might do this with my kid. This is great. Like fucking idiot. If this person was telling me this, I would be nice for the first couple minutes just to get her going, and then I would embarrass her in front of everybody. How dare you?
Yeah, what is wrong with you?
This is no different than the Boy Scouts of America, which I'm getting back to, by the way. But this is no different than this is molestation.
Mm-hmm.
This is molestation.
Yeah, I told you it's like weird incest type shit.
Yeah, when a baby's doing it, the baby will never have a recollection of this. But imagine being a toddler, or what are they called between toddler and teenagers? Is there a name for that?
Adolescent?
Is it yeah, shithead.
Right.
Adolescence, whatever you want to call it, man. That's rape.
Yeah, that's weird.
Suck on my titty. That's rape.
Ugh. It's
rape. Whoopi Goldberg style.
rape, yes.
After a baby is born,
1 minute left.
hormonally, physiologically, that's not necessarily the time the woman is moving toward low-cut dresses and wanting to get pregnant again.
This Rockstar Mother admits her style of parenting may not be for everyone, but in the end, she wants what all parents want, for her child to feel safe and protected.
Hearing you talk about the relationship with your son seems so different from the Alanis Morissette that so many of us know from your past records. What happened to you?
Guess what? You didn't fucking know her from her past records, you stupid bitch. This is who she is. You think her music? You know this person because of her fucking music?
That's just it, man. We're in a society where people do believe that because they listen to their music and they know a lot about them from Wikipedia.
I'll tell you flat out. Shaggy 2 Dope called himself a studio smoker, meaning he doesn't smoke weed, he raps about it. Like, there's things when you hear these rappers, these musicians, these people, it's an act, it's a play, it's a show, it's a matinee. There's never, to have this shit that people talk about is fake. 50 Cent's notorious for just lying about shit he fucking does.
Absolutely.
Lying about it. And people are like, no, that's what he does. No, you're a fucking mark. And the fact that this lady thinks Alanis Morissette wasn't nuts before, like she just had a kid, then she was nuts.
Right.
No, she's always been nuts.
Did you the song they play at the beginning of this clip shows how mentally unstable that woman is.
She's nuts.
She wrote a song about an ex-boyfriend, Dave Coulier, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, what?
Uncle Joey.
No one dated Uncle Joey.
How can you be that crushed about Uncle Joey? Okay?
Imagine their conversations. Do you think he did the cut it out with her? You think
Dude, I mean, and let's talk about Uncle Joey for a second. How did he never break out and be a star?
He's in one of the biggest shows ever in that newsroom. No,
that's the guy from Dumb and Dumber.
They look exactly the same. Yes, 100%. No, you know why? Because Uncle Jesse did, and then Bob Saget. He did one of the coolest moves.
He rebounded.
When it went away, he went and did the worst fart, sex, fuck jokes on the planet.
Well, what it is that that's what he was like before that show.
I understand that, but now, like, let's say Full House started today. and ran its 8-year course. At the end of it, that dad would not be going back to that kind of comedy.
Sure.
He would transition it into something.
Well, he did. He transitioned to fucking America's Funniest Home Videos, and he fucking ran that.
But during that,
he was basically Danny Tanner on that.
I know, but during that is when he was still doing his awful comedy.
Right.
So it was a different time.
Mm-hmm. Did you see that they had the Full House reunion, and everyone showed up except for the fucking Olsen twins?
Like on TV?
No, they did it was like a 25-year anniversary or whatever, and they all got together, like the whole cast.
Christ.
At all of them. There was like a picture of them all together.
Was it on TV though? Was it like a real?
No. It's just like one of those things that I don't know if it was just publicity. I just saw a picture of it, and there was a story on Yahoo or something like that.
Whatever.
But yeah, the Olsen twins were like, we're going to pass on that.
Yeah, we're trying to distance ourselves as far away from this as possible.
Right. Everyone else is like, yeah, you remember me? I'm DJ.
And Becky was hot as shit.
Yes, she was. I had a thing for DJ.
She should have done porn. Something. Some nudes.
Yeah. Can we do some nudes?
Nudes are popping.
Yeah. But
I'm crazy.
I'm healing.
For Good Morning America, Cecilia Vega, ABC News.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, it's, I love the next video that's tied to this is bath salts causing excited delirium. It's some kid smoking bath salts. It goes to show you how wackiness ties to wackiness.
Right, so. Exactly. So going back to Boy Scouts.
Yeah, sorry. I know we trailed off a little bit, but
that's what we do here. We're winging it.
We're not winging it. We're baby birding it. That was the name of our show 8 minutes for the show, and then we baby birded it 4 minutes for the show. So anyway, what we were talking about... that they had an independent study coming out explaining that there wasn't molestation, but there was molestation. So here's some quotes. Quotes. Can I not say that right? I believe that
Have you been drinking, sir?
No. I believe that these files show that the children in scouting were safer and less likely to experience inappropriate sexual behavior in scouting. Less likely, meaning they could.
But it was less likely.
But less, maybe not. It should say the scouts were in no way, shape, or form going to experience sexuality. They're not less likely. You know what?
Under no circumstances.
What if I said this to you? You're going to go to the city, and you're less likely to die. Or I said you can go to the city and never die. What's the statement?
I would feel much safer about never going to die.
But if I say less likely, you're going, well, what the fuck?
So that means it's likely.
What's going to be there? Like what
if it's
less likely.
If that means it's likely, it's just less likely.
Rape.
Right. I don't like that at all.
Less likely to experience inappropriate sexual behavior in scouting than their own families, schools, and during the community activities supervised by adults. Dr. Janet Warren. I wonder who Dr. Janet Warren is.
Yeah, I want to talk to her.
Yeah. Los Angeles Times looked at 1,600 ineligible volunteers files obtained through 1992. Lawsuits in Oregon against the Boy Scouts. The newspaper said the perversion files were a blacklist of alleged sexual molesters. God damn. What? So touching a kid, man. What
I
is
don't get it, man. It's so beyond fucked up.
The Survivors Network of These Abused by Priests, a sexual abuse support group, said that it was very upset by Warren's assertion that children were safer in the Scouts. How about these people in the Catholic Church now are going, no, the Scouts are terrible.
Absolutely.
I'm outraged. Of course there's molestation in the Scouts.
You're much less likely to get molested by a priest.
Yeah, much less likely. Well, not all the time, kind of.
Right, but it's still likely. Just because it's less likely doesn't mean it's not likely.
Yeah, because, out of a group of 20 kids, if only 2 get molested, it's less likely. Right?
Yeah, right. But still, 2 is too many.
Every time there's a new class, it's pretty fucking terrible. That's an unsustained, self-serving claim that sounds more like writing a spin doctor than a real doctor, SNAP director David Clawhessy said. SNAP called for the Boy Scouts last week to out its official blah, 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 nothing. Click to the next page. The Boy Scouts in a statement last week said continuously enhanced its multi-tiered policies and procedures, which now include background checks, comprehensive training, and safety policies. Good.
Why did it take till 2012?
Right. Good. The organization, current educators and training programs that protect children from abuse are among the best in the youth servicing communities. So, yeah, I just think it's crazy. I mean, you're a guy. What do guys want to do when they break away from anything? You want to go have a good time, right?
Right.
Do kids ever involve your good time?
Never.
It's always like, God, leave your kids at home. We're gonna go out to do something. Maybe you're not a drinker. That's fine. Maybe you're not a smoker. That's fine. But when your adult time comes, you don't want kids there.
Right.
Ever. There's never a time like, hey, you know what? We're gonna have a party. Bring your kids.
Right.
You never hear
unless
that.
Unless it's that kind of party.
Right. Poker night.
Right.
Bring your kids. You've never heard that statement.
No. And then the guy that does bring his kids out, you're always looking at him like, why?
It's the last night he's invited to the fucking party. It's just what it is. You know, it's no offense. You're the dick that did this. So, yeah, Alanis Morissette. I'm still kind of tripping out on Alanis Morissette, man.
So I think it's about time. We're an hour in at this point. Let's take our first official break. Man, a little frog in my throat there.
Man, Jesus. Little lung butter for everybody back home.
Yeah, how about that? Tasty. We're going to take our first break here. Then we'll be back with the top 5 countdown. I am eagerly anticipating this. Yeah. Do not go away. Listen to these. We've changed up the breaks a little bit. We're not going to just give you music. We're going to give you some comedy as well, or anything, clip, an audio clip of something that we want you to hear on various different topics, plus a little bit of music thrown in. So this first break, we're going to hear one of the greatest comedians of all time. If you have never heard of him, Bill Hicks. He's absolutely fantastic. We will also hear DJ Drama, a song that I picked out for this week. But listen to Bill Hicks' Positive Drug Story. We will be back right here on In the Rotation.
You never see positive drug stories on the news, do you? Isn't that weird? Since most of the experiences I've had on drugs were real fucking positive. Who are these morons they're finding? That's what I want to know. I used to want to call the news. Come over to our house. Watch Tommy. He's a pig. Film him. He's been doing that for hours. He's killing us. You getting all that? You know what I mean? Always that same LSD story, you've all seen it. Young man on acid thought he could fly, jumped out of a building. What a tragedy. What a dick. Fuck him. He's an idiot. If he thought he could fly, why didn't he take off on the ground first? Check it out. You don't see ducks lined up to catch elevators to fly south. They fly from the ground, you moron. Quit ruining for everybody. He's a moron. He's dead. Good. We lost a moron. Fucking celebrate. Wow, I just felt the world get lighter. We lost a moron. Put on the Hammer album. I'm ready to dance. We lost a moron. I don't mean to sound cold or cruel or vicious, but I am, so that's the way it comes out. Professional help is being sought. How about a positive LSD story? Wouldn't that be newsworthy just once? To base your decision on information rather than scare tactics and superstitions and lies? Just once. I think it would be newsworthy. Today, a young man on acid realized that all matter is merely energy condensed to a slow vibration, that we are all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. There is no such thing as death. Life is only a dream, and we're the imagination of ourselves. Here's Tom with the weather. You've been fantastic, and I hope you enjoyed it. There is a point. Is there a point to all this? Let's find a point. Is there a point to my act? I would say there is. I have to. The world is like a ride at an amusement park, and when you choose to go on it, you think it's real, because that's how powerful our minds are. And the ride goes up and down and round and round. It has thrills and chills, and it's very brightly colored, and it's very loud, and it's fun for a while. Some people have been on the ride for a long time, and they begin to question, is this real, or is this just a ride? And other people have remembered, and they come back to us, and they say, hey, don't worry, don't be afraid, ever, because this is just a ride, and we kill those people. Shut him up. We have a lot invested in this ride. Shut him up. Look at my furrows of worry. Look at my big bank account and my family. Has to be real. It's just a ride. But we always kill those good guys who try and tell us that. You ever notice that? And let the demons run amok? But it doesn't matter, because it's just a ride. And we can change it anytime we